Good morning, everyone. My name is Nick Mooneyhan. I'm the Director of Recreation and Parks for Howard County. I want to thank you all for joining us here today as we celebrate the groundbreaking for the Old Montgomery Road Community Garden Plots. I would now like to introduce County Executive Dr. Calvin Ball.
Thank you so much, Nick, and good morning, everyone. Today is about how a community grows, and more importantly, how a community grows together. Throughout my time as your county executive, one of my priorities has been strengthening the resources, the spaces, and the connections that bring people together. Because strong communities don't just happen by accident. They are built, they are nurtured, and just like a garden, they grow best when we invest in them together. And there is nowhere more evident than right here in Eastern Howard County. And we have been making meaningful investments here to ensure that this community continues to grow and thrive. We've improved transportation, accessibility, and safety across the community. We've opened inclusive play spaces and pickleball courts, including Rockburn Park. We're preserving the natural beauty of Ilchester Campsite as a new park and recreation space. We purchased land for a new 67,000 square foot community and 50+ center surrounded by a park with courts, playgrounds, walking paths, and a future pool. We're expanding the Elkridge Library, creating more space for learning, more space for connection, more space for opportunity. And we've identified Troy Park as a future home of our next high school, investing in generations to come. And today, we plant something new. Today, I'm excited as we break ground on 126 new community garden plots. These community gardens will not only grow food, they will grow connections. They will bring together neighbors from different cultures, backgrounds, and experiences. They will provide access to fresh and healthy food. They will offer space for those without backyards to grow something of their own. In a world that often moves too fast, community gardens remind us to slow down and to reconnect with nature and with each other. Each of these plots represents possibility, a place where seeds turn into sustenance, where efforts turn into nourishment, where neighborhoods become a community. With this addition, Howard County will now offer nearly 700 plots countywide. That's nearly 700 families and residents growing their own food, growing connection, growing pride, growing belonging. This space will not grow on its own. It will only thrive because of partnership. I want to thank the Columbia Gardeners, whose dedication has helped bring community gardening to life across Howard County. This will be their 4th site, and we are grateful for their expertise and passion. And I want to recognize our Community Action Council of Howard County, who has reserved 5 plots, because for nearly 60 years, CAC has been on the front lines, supporting our families, fighting poverty, and helping to build stability and opportunity. These garden plots will become another tool in that mission because access to fresh and healthy food is a necessity. Today, as we prepare to turn the soil, we are planting seeds. Seeds of sustainability, seeds of opportunity, seeds of connection. In the years ahead, this space will bloom into something far greater than what we can even imagine today. It will be a place where neighbors meet, families grow, and where community takes root in the most meaningful way, because in Howard County, we don't just build communities, we grow them together. Thank you.
please welcome President of the Columbia Gardeners, Amod Bide, to the podium, please.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Amod Bide, and I serve as the president of Columbia Gardeners. We're an all-volunteer nonprofit organization which has been running community gardens for over 5 decades in Howard County. I want to begin by expressing our gratitude to County Executive Calvin Ball. Your vision, your commitment, and your willingness to invest in the quality of life for every resident of this county made this moment possible. For years, our organization has maintained a wait list that has only grown longer. That wait list represents real people, families who want to teach their children where food comes from, seniors looking for a peaceful place to tend and grow. Today, we're one step closer to getting more people in a garden. One of the things we're most excited about with this new site is that it will be fully fenced. For those who are new to gardening, the absence of a fence at some of our existing sites can be a real challenge. Even the most enthusiastic garden beginner can quickly get discouraged. Having a fenced site means that new gardeners can focus on learning, growing, and enjoying the experience rather than battling setbacks before they even get started. This will make a big difference for the people who need it most. A community garden is so much more than raised beds. It is a gathering place. It is where conversations happen. It is where isolation gives way to belonging. We're grateful to the county for not only funding this site, but for recognizing that green space, food access, and community connection are not luxuries, they are essential. Thank you.
Thank you, Amod. Please join me in welcoming Tracy Broccolino from the Community Action Council.
Good morning, everyone. It is such a pleasure to be here and represent the Community Action Council of Howard County. And I'm so grateful to our Recreation and Parks, as well as our dear friend Calvin Ball, our county executive, who's always looking out to make life better for other people in our community. We are incredibly fortunate to be part of this initiative that reflects what is possible when community comes together with a purpose. This garden is a powerful intersection of healthy food, physical activity, fresh air, and community well-being. These are not just ideals, they are essential building blocks for a strong and thriving community. At CAC, our mission is to diminish poverty and enable self-sufficiency for all Howard County families, children, and individuals in need. We know that in times of economic hardship, we see this firsthand every day with our work, food is the first thing that families put aside to keep roofs over their heads and their lights on. Sometimes parents will skip meals themselves to make sure that their children have food in their lunch boxes and on their dinner tables. This garden is a great extension to our Howard County Food Bank, where we offer client choice, where families can shop for fresh produce, meats, and their everyday staples that we take for granted that are full in our pantries at home. They can pick from produce like bok choy and things that can be grown in our gardens that we are able to provide for them and through our food bank and client choice. This garden will be powered by our shoppers. Our shoppers will be able to inform what is grown here, and they will actually participate in the growing of the food here in this garden. It will be powered by them, our volunteers, our families, and our partners. The people will come together here on weekend hours, warm summer evenings, and through educational opportunities to make sure that we are providing for everyone in our community. This is not just about gardening, it's about community participation, because ultimately it's also about more than food. It's about strengthening our community, supporting one another, and ensuring that every neighbor has access to the resources they need to thrive. Thank you, Dr. Ball. Thank you for our friends at Recreation and Parks for ensuring that every neighbor has something meaningful to do to grow together. Thank you.
Thank you, Tracy. This project truly reflects the core values of a strong and connected community. These gardens will support the well-being of local residents by offering a self-sufficient, low-cost way to grow fresh, healthy food chosen and cultivated by each individual gardener. It's about more than just vegetables. It's about empowerment, sustainability, and pride in what we grow. And to make today even more impressive, these 126 new plots are a pilot project designed to set a new standard for community gardening in Howard County. Our goal is threefold. First, we want to create a space that is more uniform and visually pleasing. Community gardens should be beautiful anchors in our neighborhoods, spaces that foster pride and encourage visitors. Second, we are tackling a critical usability issue by creating a secure garden area where garden plots are better protected from the pressure of deer and other animals that can damage crops. We want your hard work to pay off, not end up as a snack for our local wildlife. And third, perhaps most importantly, this site will feature improved accessibility for all residents. The new locations will boast 25 dedicated ADA-compliant garden plots. These plots will be raised to allow those in wheelchairs or anyone unable to comfortably bend to the ground an equal opportunity to plant, tend, and harvest alongside their neighbors. This is about making gardening truly accessible to every resident, regardless of physical ability. We're also excited for the Department of Recreation and Parks Therapeutic Recreation Division to utilize an ADA plot for therapeutic recreational programming. Before officially breaking ground, I want to take the time to thank Recreation and Parks Bureau Chief Bob Linz and his team, including planner Scott Monroe, for working closely with the community to ensure the design will meet their needs. Thank you, Bob and Scott. And to the Columbia Gardeners and Columbia Action Council for their participation in this project. Additionally, I want to thank Triangle Contracting, who will be constructing the new garden plots. Thank you for being here today. And to Whitman, Reckart, and Associates for the design and permitting of the project. And with that, I invite you up to break ground. Thank you all for being here today.
3, 2, 1. Great job, team. All right, get an hour off and then come back, dig the rest of it up. Good to see you.